Hello and welcome everyone to the Marr Show. During the last generation of gaming, the console that I played most of my time on was the Nintendo Wii. Sure, the games weren't in HD and online connectivity was, let's just say, piss poor, but it did have amazing first party and sometimes third party games, despite most gamers thinking it was for casuals and so forth. But that doesn't mean I didn't play any PS3 games. I played a few here and there, like the Batman Arkham Asylum games, Uncharted and Heavy Rain. And as for the 360, I have one, but there's not really any games that piques my interest. I hope nobody gets mad at me for saying that. So why do I mention this? I bring this up because even though I played games on the PS3, there were a few features in those type of games that I didn't seem too keen about. One of them being today's topic, DLC.
DLC, short for downloadable content, is something that sounds like a match made in heaven for gamers, making extra content for games to download but only for a small fee. I mean, we all want additional gameplay hours with our games, so this only makes sense. Now, the idea of adding extra content to games is nothing new. It's been done in the past making expansion packs, and even the original Xbox could achieve something similar with Xbox Live, but the basic concept of DLC we know today started out during the PS3 and 360 era. Most DLC packs include a few offerings. Sometimes it could be something simple like extra characters, a few weapon upgrades, character costumes, to even expanding the whole game map or even an extra story campaign. It all sounded too good to be true, but then there was a point where I think we got too greedy. People may point out that some DLC could have just already been added into the game instead of paying for it, and to be fair, they're kind of right. As much as I love playing Mewtwo, I would have preferred him being an unlockable character. It feels more rewarding to unlock a character and using your skill at the game, instead of forking $5 to buy said character. Heck, paying more than $2 for something as simple as a fighter or a costume is a baited switch in my opinion. Now if it's something like an extra story campaign or expanding the map, I can understand. It requires more development time to code in some more code for the game. I can't write to save my life. Damn it, I rhyme! But it seems weird that something like extra costumes, characters, weapons, and so on could have just been unlockable in the game in the first place. You can argue that they wanted the characters to be originally in the game but couldn't due to time constraints. So why not just postpone the game then? No? No one? Okay. And sometimes it's kinda pointless to buy the DLC in the first place, cause in about a year or so, they'll end up releasing a Game of the Year copy with all the DLC included for the same price you bought the regular game. And don't even get me started on microtransactions. I really hate microtransactions!
Yeah, DLC is one of those things that people can see the good and the bad with. But anyway, where am I getting at with this? Well, I bring this up because even though I haven't played a ton of DLC or downloaded a ton of it, I think I found what may be the greatest DLC packs at this moment of time. You all remember Mario Kart 8, right? A game that helped me start a series called Mullins Retro Bits, which is a series I'm gonna get back to making one of these days, and it's one of the games I played a lot of last year. And you can back at my retrospective, even though most of my opinions is the same, I think I favor Mario Kart 8 over 64 a little bit. I still love 64, don't get me wrong, but after putting more hours than I will admit on the game with my friends, the overall improvements with the gameplay, visuals, and more, makes it my favorite Mario Kart game out there. And shortly after the game's released, Nintendo announced that they were gonna make some DLC packs for the game. Now, some folks like myself who just recently finished a retrospective and a top 10 list of my favorite tracks will be very cross at this announcement. They won me over by showing me this simple image right here. If that image alone doesn't convince you to get the extra content, I don't know what will. Both packs, which are the Zelda pack and the Animal Crossing pack, have already been released. And seeing how the game also had a 4.0 update with some new gameplay features and such, I figured we'd talk about all of them in one big review of some sort.
Both DLC packs cost about $7.99, with each pack containing 3 characters to drive, 4 vehicles, and 2 cups with 8 tracks to race on. However, I recommend buying the 2-pack bundle. Not only do you get a discounted price, but you also get different color Shy Guys and Yoshis to race on as well. While some may argue that is a bit too much, I found it a good offer to pay. Oh, and then there's the free Mercedes carts as well. But I already made a joke about it back in my reaction video.
They see me rolling and hitting me because I am tripping out on my new Mercedes. I'm on my Mercedes, on my new Mercedes. I'm on my new Mercedes, my Mercedes.
Before we dive into the extra content, I need to get the 4.0 version updates out of the way. The first thing being, more Mii outfits for your drivers. Some of them I don't have due to a few of the Amiibos not being released yet, but the ones I got already are pretty cool. Now you could drive as the Blue Bomber or as a badass motorcycle Koopa guy.
Oh my god!
Can you get out of my room, please?
Non-tie-driving Bowser Mini-Minion! Super fighting robot! Jump and shoot man!
And finally, an extra racing mode was added in called 200cc. This is probably the most craziest mode in the game, and from what I've seen on the trailers, it looks to be the one mode most hardcore fans will play on. What do I think? Well, I guess we have to find out now. Okay, this is going too fast! Too fast! Too fast! Too fast! Hey fellas, slow down! Wait for me son, will you? Ah! What's going on? Now we could get onto the DLC packs. In the Zelda pack, the drivers we could play as are Link, Tanuki Mario, and Cat Peach, while in the Animal Crossing pack, there's Villager, Isabella, and Dry Bowser, who originally made his appearance back in Mario Kart Wii. While I loved playing as Link and Villager, I was kind of disappointed with the other 3 drivers being just character skins. I don't mind clones too much as long as they have some different stats or unique abilities like in Smash Bros. Here, they just have the same stats as the regular drivers. I wish they could have just included a few more characters from the Mario universe like Nabbit or Magic Koopa, or heck, to fit with the DLC, why not an Excitebike Racer or Captain Falcon, Kirby, Mech Rider? I'll even take Big the Cat if I have to. As for the good drivers, I like them. Link is a fanboy's dream come true, and most likely he's gonna be the one everyone is gonna drive as. He's even a glitch gremlin! What do I mean by that? One day while driving on the N64 Rainbow Road, I came across this curve here. I technically should have fallen off to my doom, but I immediately clipped back onto the track. Link, you cheeky cuckoo. As for Villager and Isabella, they were both the same in terms of stats, but are so daggum cute! Also, when I won first place as Villager, he had flowers floating around his head. Oh, I get it. So this is the reason why I didn't vote for you as Mayor New Leaf. It's because of your drug problem! Give Isabella some credit that she's not taking your drugs. Just because she's your assistant doesn't mean she has the buff highest balls! The new vehicles are pretty fun too. Some of the most noble ones being the Master Cycle and the Blue Falcon. One of my favorite carts of all time, the Bee Dasher, makes an appearance in the Zelda pack, which is sweet. But now we get to the real meat and potatoes of the DLC, the race courses. We have the Yoshi Cup, the Hyrule Cup, the New Leaf Cup, and the Super Bell Cup, each containing both new and returning courses, and most of them are awesome, amazing, superb. Some of the courses are based on other Nintendo franchises, 2 of them being from F-Zero, which I hope is a sign from Nintendo making a new F-Zero game, cause that would be awesome. Returning courses are back and some are hit or miss. While I'm glad they overhauled the GBA courses, which were more fun to race on than the original, but some of them are already courses that returned from previous Mario Kart games. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're still fun to race on, but I firmly believe that if a track hasn't returned in a Mario Kart game yet, it needs to be used before they get recycled. So instead of Yoshi Circuit and Baby Park, cause they returned in the DS game, why not bring back Wario's Coliseum or Mushroom City? Oh, and SNES Rainbow Road returns. Again. For the 4th time. Okay, Yuck. I know a lot of people love this track, but it's overused. Like, seriously. It's getting to the point where this track appears too many times. I mean, couldn't you bring back another SNES track? Or better yet, why not just bring a different Rainbow Road, like the GBA one, or the one on the Wii? No!
For the most part, all the DLC tracks, despite a few forgettable ones, are really fun to race on. Now I could go on and talk about each individual track, but that will be so boring! So instead, here's a top 8 list of my favorite tracks from each DLC. And the reason why I choose top 8 instead of top 10 is because, seeing as there's 4 Grand Prix, means I could just choose 2 tracks from each cup. So, begin!
Number 8, Wario's Gold Mine. It's fun, tricky, and it's one of my favorite tracks from Mario Kart Wii. Love the HD overhaul. Number 7, Ice Ice Outpost. While it may be a track some people may forget about, I found it pretty cool to race on. I also enjoyed going back and forth between the green and yellow paths, and the shortcuts are pretty fun to get through. Cool to race on. Man, I hate puns. I should be punished! Number 6, Neo Bowser City. Ignoring the fact that the music remixes several Mario Kart themes and tunes, the HD upgrade makes the city feel more alive. Number 5, Yoshi's Circuit. Even though I would prefer a different track from Double Dash that hasn't reappeared yet, it looks stunning in HD. The music is at its best with this course, and they did a minor treat to this curve here, which I appreciate. Number 4, Big Blue from F-Zero. Without doubt the most difficult track in the game. It's the only DLC track to be divided into 3 sections, and it's really fast and really curvy and really awesome! Make an F-Zero game happen, Nintendo! Number 3, Animal Crossing. The attention to detail on this track is ace, with many different characters from the series appearing in it. And the music has 4 different yurks that are based on each season of the year. Not bad, I have to say. Number 2, Cheeseland. I love this track, despite it appearing on one of my least favorite games in the series. But this heavily revamped course is a joy to race on. Sure, it doesn't look as close to the original that you can't tell apart from both versions, but look at the cheese. Look at it. Also, the music is funky. And the number 1 track from the DLC I like the most is Excite Bike Arena. Sure, all it is a simple huge oval, but given the multiple ramps, mud spots, and attention to detail on this NES classic, makes it a fun track to race on. What's really unique about this track is that the layout changes every time you race on it. The ramps, mud spots, and the change of position and height are all different every time you race on it. Even the game's director stated that there are over 200 course layouts for this track alone. I love you!
And that's the Mario Kart 8 DLC. And is it really the best DLC pack out there? Some can disagree. My only complaint is that I wish there was a more variety of characters instead of just reskins of Mario, Peach, and Bowser. And also, some of the tracks not a whole lot of people will enjoy, especially a few of the returning ones. But the DLC does what it's supposed to do. Expand or give you more gameplay time in an already perfect game. And who doesn't want to drive as Link on a freaking motorcycle? You will be insane! And for that, guys, I give the DLC packs for Mario Kart 8 an A-. The minus is for the reskin characters, which I'm not gonna complain too much, but still, you couldn't just give me right as Captain Falcon. I'll take anyone! I'll take that guy! I'll take that guy! And that's all the time we have for today, folks. So if you'd like to leave your thoughts on today's DLC packs, just comment below. And each DLC pack is about $8, but I recommend doing the whole $11.99 bundle, and you get some different Shy Guys and Yoshi color skins and stuff. And Nintendo recently announced that they were gonna add some more DLC packs to Mario Kart 8 as well. So will I make another video like this in the future? Maybe as a small bonus episode, but we'll see if it's enough. I just hope that they can make me play as Captain Falcon or Mech Rider or Excitebike instead of just Mr. L from Paper Mario or Golden Mario or something. And now if you excuse me. Jeez.